All right.
So, this is Super Double Dragon.
Yeah.
I like Super Double Dragon a lot, but it's the least finished game I've ever played.
Technos.
Yeah, Technos is great, but they're not around anymore.
Hey, look.
Arc System Works had to take over.
2 dragons.
Yeah. It's almost like...
Dude, this is double of them.
Yeah. But this time there's only going to be a single dragon because didn't really plug in the other controller.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Wow. What hit me?
Is it this game running bad, or...?
It's the way this game runs.
Well, this is, we get to hear all the clickety-clacking of that controller.
Yeah.
A front flip kick.
And see, yeah, like, the thing that makes this game special compared to other Double Dragons is you can grab people's punches.
No game you should play.
Whoosh.
WCW NWO Revenge.
Well, see, I would, but I don't think the computer would record at the same time as that. Because that game's one of the best games ever.
It's got Crow Sting, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. It's got Macho Man Randy Savage.
Does it?
Yeah. It's got Bret the Hitman Hart.
Can't remember if it had Kane or not.
It did not. That's WWF.
Yeah. So I was a big Kane fan, so I didn't really play any wrestling games unless they had Kane in them.
Oh my goodness, I'm just getting crap kicked out of me. It's like this game gets more and more difficult every time I play it.
Remember when they did the big, like, unmasking of Kane? And, like, well, I don't know if you remember it, but I remember it.
I do remember.
He like, did the match, and he was like, oh, if you lose, you gotta take your mask off, you can never wear it again. Which seems to not be much of an issue anymore.
Nope.
But,
he just runs around with half a mask on and
yeah,
just talks.
he was like, half doesn't count. But, yeah, he wears, like, a cowl now.
Yeah, and he just talks all the time.
Like, when they took his mask off, he had, like, receding curly hair. Like, and, he's like, you know, everyone saw his face. He was like, "Ugh!" He just ran off the stage.
Yeah, now he just doesn't care.
Yeah, and then he, like, after that, people were like, oh, I don't like him anymore because now he has no mask and he talks.
Like, back in the day, he talked so little that when wrestling games started having the wrestlers have voice clips, they had to make voice clips up for him. Because he just didn't talk.
Yeah, it's part of his character.
He had, like, a robot voice when they actually made him talk in the games. Yeah, that's actually part of his appeal, is that he just never talked, so he was, like, scary.
Yeah, I always thought he was awesome. Plus, red and black are my favorite colors. And I've always liked masks, so he was just the character for me. And he had the best entrance music ever.
They always stand just out of range for all the most important attacks.
But yeah, besides that, with like Revenge, it just had Crow Sting. That's why I always liked it. It's like they knew he was cool at the time.
Oh, yeah. He's literally just the Crow, though. Wait, what hit me? Why is this game full of invisible attacks? I don't remember it being like this. I'm like, I actually own this.
Apparently you're in Las Vegas.
I don't know where that is. I'm sorry, I couldn't hold that.
Dude, no, I don't either. I know Las Vegas, but not Las Vegas. Wonder if there are any similarities. Those look like fucking Blanca. Or Blanca if you're an idiot.
Blanket. Man.
Yeah, they call me Chuck, and over there is my brother Buck in the blue pants. And, we have lots of health.
Yeah, every enemy on this game
so much health.
Oh my goodness, close quarters.
Oh, he got you with the sidekick.
There. Also, yeah, the enemies get mad when you throw them.
You know someone in the blue pants is like a little darker?
Yeah.
He
likes the sun a little more.
He's been hitting that beach. you're not even punching him, you're just kind of putting your hand out and it's hurting him.
Yeah.
I actually thought both of them, like, one of them was dead because they were standing right next to each
I
other,
really
so
thought
it was
one of them
one
died too. Man, like, is this Chuck or Buck? Because whoever it is
that's
has
Buck.
too much health.
Chuck's green pants.
Oh, man. Buck has too much health.
Buck's got blue pants and he's tanning.
Finally.
Oh, goodness, no.
Yeah, these guys didn't even bother differentiating their colors. Blocking doesn't really do a whole lot except catch punches.
These are, Johnny and Danny. They're not twins, one's just a clone.
These guys are easier.
I always try to remember that game for the for the 64. You play, it's like monsters and you go like destroying buildings and eating people.
Rampage?
Yes.
Rampage is on so many different consoles. I'm tired of it. I actually watched my brothers beat Rampage on NES.
It was the first game on the 64 I ever saw.
Yeah, it was the first game I watched, well, that I can recall watching my brothers beat.
It was great when I first saw it. Besides that, I remember the other game on the 64 I remember seeing before I ever even saw one. Well, got to play one was Smash.
I remember when that came out, we
because I really didn't. I was a kid, so I really didn't know anyone else in the game. I knew Mario, but I actually don't think I could even tell it was Mario. But I saw Pikachu, and that's all it was for me. I was like, "Oh,
Luigi
shit,
was a
Pikachu."
house favorite because he had the Carolina blue. He kept it on every game too.
You know, in that game, Luigi isn't actually a clone character because his moves are like Mario when he does his grab, like the dragon toss, and he throws you up. Luigi actually throws you away.
Oh.
Yeah. So they made him a little different. He wasn't like, you know, copy-paste Mario, because he also had different taunts. And I think in that game, also in that game, I think Captain Falcon, they, most of, like, his character came from that game.
Oh, yeah.
They invented, like, all the stuff for him. Like,
yeah, he didn't have a
the
pre-established
Falcon
character.
Punch, his voice, everything was created from that game.
Because before he was just a guy in an instruction book on a car game.
Yeah, he was just a mascot. Yeah, they just use Smash Brothers for promotions now. Like what they did with Fire Emblem and Marth and Roy.
Oh, yeah.
They were actually going to cut Marth and Roy, but then at the last second they were like, no, we'll just keep him in there.
I liked Roy a lot. He was, in fact, my boy. It's like once you actually like get the enemies, like once you actually get an advantage over the enemies, your moves are cool. It's just, you know, you don't do enough damage.
With all my friends, when we played the first like one on the 64, I think one person started out with Captain Falcon, and then like all of us had that, and probably other people do it too, where it's like, when you play it with your friends a lot, you're like, oh, you know, no one wants to use the same character.
Yeah.
So it was always like a hidden rule that you couldn't use the same character as someone. So like, you know, one of my friends used, I can't remember who it was, used Captain Falcon. So then that person stopped using him, so someone else started using him. And then they stopped, and then finally I got my chance. And used him from then till, you know, Melee came out.
Oh.
And then he was terrible in Melee, in my opinion.
Yeah, I always used Kirby on the originals.
I used Marth.
On Melee is when I finally stopped using Kirby because I started using Roy. And then Brawl was the one that made me stop playing because my controller broke. Well, that's one stage of that. And that's all I can take.
Is that it for this one?
Yeah, that is it. I don't even stop the video.